Hey guys, in this video I want to respond to some questions I've gotten about why I talk so little about Instagram influencers or influencer ads to promote a Shopify store or some other type of product. And the reason I don't talk a lot about it is because honestly I don't use them a whole lot. I do use them some, and I use them at sometimes more than I do at other times. It does depend on the product. It depends on the Shopify store that I'm working with and kind of the overall feel of that store. But this is not to throw any shade on influencers. I'm certainly not hating on anybody. But when you develop the skills to run ads via Facebook or run ads, with AdSense or with Bing or Yahoo ads, you can use that skill in a way that is consistent over time. You learn to find your audience. You learn how to use keywords. You learn how to really target your audience quite well. And I've done all those things. So I find that, more often than not, I feel more confident in my ability to drive traffic and drive large amounts of traffic using some more traditional ad strategies as opposed to influencers. Now with that said, I want to make it clear, some influencers are worth their weight in gold. And truthfully, they usually know it, and those influencers will charge you dearly for a shout out and for pointing people to your Shopify store. The sad thing is, though, you don't usually have any data on how effective an influencer is going to be in driving traffic to your store. It really comes down to kind of a best guess or a judgment call on your part, and you may waste $100 or $200 or even more, depending on how many influencers that you're using. But you may waste a good amount of money on influencers and really get very little in return. The other thing, if you are running kind of a shotgun approach and you're using multiple influencers, maybe you have good results in terms of your product sales, but you don't really have much in the way of tracking ability in order to determine which influencer was responsible for sending you the most traffic and the most business. I spoke to somebody recently at a conference, and in launching a new Shopify store, they had actually run influencer ads with 35 different influencers. And while the store, jumped off to a really good start, they really didn't know who to credit with the success of the store. And that is something to consider. When I'm running ads on Facebook or AdSense, I have data and analytics that tell me how successful my ads were, and it tells me where I need to put more money next time or less money next time, as the case may be. And again, it's really something that appeals to the part of my brain that's logical and orderly and wants things to be consistent from one launch to the next. So that's why I don't talk a lot about influencers. Again, I do use them. I tend to use influencers that are, in the overall scheme of things, very inexpensive. It's rare that I will pay an influencer more than $100. And I also do kind of a shotgun approach. I might run ads with anywhere from 5 to 10 influencers at one time if I think the influencer route is something I want to try on a particular store. But for that whole influencer campaign, say using 5 influencers, it would be unusual for me to spend more than $300 to $500 at most. Unless I'm seeing something that is just clearly attributable to this cluster of influencers driving traffic. I do it just to make sure that I have no stone left unturned, but it's not my primary or my first go-to source for running traffic to a store. If you're having success with influencers, by all means continue. Like I said, I'm not throwing any shade on anybody here, not looking to hate on anybody. And if you found a source of traffic that you feel good about and you feel you're getting your money's worth, then I would encourage you to continue using it. And please give some comments below. Tell me how you see my thinking and where it fits into your overall scheme of things. And I'd like to hear what you have to say. Maybe I'm missing out on something and I'm still learning. So by all means, comment away. If you have not done so already, please hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.